Welcome back. Today I'm going to finish this 22-inch Elm Bowl. This is headed up to Seattle to the Woodcraft up there, and they're going to auction this off. I'll put a link down below in the description to their Instagram page. Go over and follow them and get all the details on that. It'll probably be a little while. I have to ship it up there, but go check them out. And the second half of the video is I've been running some tests for a couple of months. It's regular white rice. I've been trying to dry wood in rice and it seems to be working. So the second half of the video, turn a green birch bowl and put it in the rice and we'll see how that one does. So far the madrone has come out good, so let's give it another go. Help support the companies that support our community. All right, the Elm Bowl, I pulled it out of the shavings a couple of days ago. It's all ready to go. This is that, I believe it's 22-inch Elm Bowl that I'm finishing up for the Woodcraft in Seattle. So I'm just gonna mount it back in the chuck. And it's gonna be a long process. I'm just gonna start sanding on it. With the DA, I'm gonna start it at 120 and sand it up and go from there. And then when I'm done with this, I won't spend too much time showing you just sanding, but I have a test I've been running on drying wood. So when I get done with this, we'll jump into that real quick. Got almost all the ridges out. I had to take a little break. I cut my hand. I hit the edge of that. The sandpaper going 100 miles an hour is like a knife. It sliced me right open. Got that all bandaged up. So I'm just gonna finish this up. I'm gonna do some more sanding around the corners here. I've been using the drill with a pad on it and then the smaller DA right here to get right in these little corners. All right, who wants to have some fun? It's Howard's Feeding Wax. Orange oil and beeswax. Just gonna coat the whole thing and then start sanding and just work my way up to 600. I'm at 320 now. Slurry off in between each grit. All right, have the inside all done. So I put on the vacuum chuck pad here. I'm gonna go ahead and use the same little hole that was on the spur center. I need that on that side. We'll bring the tailstock up to line it up so it's centered up in there best we can. Just gonna turn it on slow and see how close we are. That looks pretty good. I'll tighten it up a little bit and then turn the vacuum chuck on and it'll suck it right up against there. But I'm gonna leave the tailstock up the whole time until I get this turned down. And then I'll probably pull it away for sanding, but I sanded this up to I think 180 or so when I was doing the inside, so it looks pretty clean except for this area here. I just grabbed this piece from outside. It was cut down about a month ago. I just took the heart out of it when I got it and went ahead and just laid it down in the shaving. So it's still pretty wet. It's alder or birch, I'm not exactly sure. And the only thing I am sure is I'm wearing a black glove because I cut my hand. So just gonna shape the outside of it, put a tenon down here, and then we'll flip it around and hollow it out. And then we're going to put it in a bucket full of rice and see what happens. I'm gonna start the lathe out pretty slow, about I don't know, about 600 or so, and then we'll speed it up as it gets true. Wall thickness is pretty even all the way down, except for this tenon, so it's a lot thicker there. So we'll have to see how this one goes. Let me bring the bucket over here and I'll show you the test I've been doing. there we go. I turned it just under 11 inches so it would fit in the bucket. So here's the test I've been running on drying wood with rice. So I was talking to Robin about it, and I had heard some people are drying wood with silica beads, but what we'd need for the Elm Bowl would be just 50-pound bag or something, and I'm not sure how expensive it is. But anyway, I was talking to her, and she goes, "What about rice? Rice would dry it out." I go, "I don't know. I've never heard of anybody drying wood with rice." And I said, "So hang on." I ran and grabbed a piece of green madrone and ran to the store and got some white rice. I don't know if it matters if it's jasmine rice or long grain rice. All I know is this has been in here for just over a month. I did everything wrong on this bowl. I made the wall thickness uneven. I left a giant foot on it. The bottom of it is probably twice as thick as any part of the wall thickness. And all I do know is it didn't crack. It warped a little bit. It warped quite a bit. Not one crack. And just to test it out, I took a piece off of that blank when I turned it, just a random chunk, didn't seal the ends or anything, threw that in the rice too, and there's not one crack on that. All I did was fill a couple inches on the bottom, put these pieces in there, and then fill it full of rice. I did take it out every few days and rotate it around, because what I noticed was when you put it in there, the rice that's up against it sticks to it. So I would, just kind of knock it off and put it back down in there. And because it kind of coats it, it takes the moisture out pretty fast. So it's been in there quite a while. These are dry now, not one crack on either one of them. So we're gonna do another test with this. I ran and grabbed another bag of fresh rice, because that's what I'm not sure of. If anybody out there has tried to dry wood with rice, please let me know in the comments and whether it was successful or not. But I ran and grabbed another bag because I wasn't sure, if this is just in a bucket, so it's probably not drying out. But I'm not really sure. So what we're gonna do is throw this bowl. This one's fresh cut too. I'm gonna put this down in here just like I did, and I'll pull it out every few days for a couple of weeks and rotate it around. But I'm just gonna pack it in there, top it off, and see what happens. I put a couple inches over the top of it too, and I'm not even really sure if that matters, but I'm really hoping that this works because rice is cheap, and I'm really hoping that it kind of dries itself out too, so you can just reuse it. But I don't know. I put a video up on Patreon. This is what I was talking about, guys, and it's worked so far. So hopefully it is all good, and that would be very nice. All right, if this is the first time here, please hit the subscribe, like, and share the video. It really helps out a lot, and I appreciate all the positive stuff. If you ever have dried wood and rice, please let me know that too. I'm curious to know what results you had. All right, till next week, take care.